Yeah, bloke. So this is your trigger mech. You tie a bone onto here. You can see on this one. Already got. I just put me a bit of wire there. Didn't have to be much because it's only to hold a bone there for the dog to pull hard enough on that to lift it. That's your pressure point. You've only got what's that, 3-4 mil that the dog's got to remove it from. You can set it a bit lighter, but I wouldn't go that far on it. If you've got a nice tasty bone on there, the dogs are usually gonna pull it pretty quick. This is the new one. The way you go about setting him up: trigger towards you, bars out, hands on him. Get him off that soft bit of floor. Don't help. And just fold him over. Alright, there we go, she's engaged. Now, to keep that safe, you just keep your finger on it. You can put a bit of wire between here and here, just loop it up so it can't lift, and then while you're going about setting it, the machine's not able to fire itself off, as long as that's held down. There you are, that's your trigger. So your bone will be on here. These little bits here, that's where your collar goes. Just sits in there like that. Go in there, stop making it look bad. Yeah, you get the idea. So she just gently sits on in there, and then when your trigger gets pulled, it just throws the arm over, throwing straight up over the neck of the dog. The cinch spring here, that tightens it. That'll quickly, as that comes over, it'll give it a bit more power to throw it over harder and faster, and it also tightens a bit of the cable, so it doesn't give the dog a chance to get out of it before it's tightened up on it. The dog's first reaction when that goes over its head and it's been tightened up is to step backwards. And as soon as they do that, they've just shortened the chain. A better way to do it. They've just shortened the chain with the momentum of stepping backwards. I'll just get this trap out of my hand too, might help. That flies up and over, gets over the dog's head. Cinch spring helps fling it in. You're caught. Pretty hard for the dog to wiggle back out of it, because you've got to, while there's pressure on it, you can't, well, you got to put your finger in the right point to release it. So that's set, so the dog's not, my hand's not a dog's neck, but they're going to have a hard time trying to undo that. Now you can adjust the length of your pull as well. They've got a little Allen key bit in there, if you can see him, and that'll allow you to adjust your lug. So if you're going for a bigger dog and you don't want to choke it, you can give him a bit more as they come out the box. I think that's about the right size for a fox. Or I bought a Kelpie with it last, so that's at that size. They don't need much, they haven't got much neck. But they quickly figure it out when it starts getting up around the neck and choking them. They back off on it and it'll give them a bit of breathing space, but they can't get enough out of it to back out of it. So pretty handy little unit. You can leave it out in the field with your sheep and your cattle, and you're not real worried about them coming up and setting it off, because I'll use the old one for this because the only way to set it off is by that arm lifting. So cattle can come along and they can get down here, bastard. Soft bloody floor. Missed him. There we go. Cattle can come up, step on it, kick it. It's not going to go off without that being lifted. So unless you've got a really curious cow that wants to try a bit of chicken bone or whatever you've set it with, there's not much risk of accidental hookup, which if you've had a cow caught in a foot trap can be quite interesting. Anyway, mate, I hope that helps your query.